Hey guys, I hope that you guys are doing amazing wherever you are. My name is Boomcheka and I welcome you to my channel, to my videos, and however you're listening to me. If you guys are interested, you can join my team at patreon.com/boomcheka. I'll see you guys on there hopefully. In this video, I wanted to speak to you guys about how, and I've spoken about this before, but I just want to expand a little bit on the topic that INFJs are considered to be cold, unemotional people. It's weird, like, I think we're schizophrenic, and that's what I've said before. We have so many freaking contradictions in ourselves. There are a mass of contradictions. But we're really, really emotional, right? And I'll cry at a drop of a hat. There'll be a little kitten, like, sitting there and meowing, and I'll be like, wow, little kitten's crying. Yeah, like, I'm insanely emotional in that regard. There's, like, I can't even, like, watch certain videos because there's certain people being tortured in it or something like that, and I can't handle it. It's just way too much for me. My sister laughs at me for that. She's an INTJ. And so she doesn't have that kind of feeling. But I am completely feeling, filled with feelings, right? Very emotional. But when I speak to people and, they're telling me their sob stories and telling me how their life is hard and this and that and blah, 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 more and more victim role playing, I don't empathize with them. They're crying to me and I look at them and I'm thinking to myself, I feel nothing for you because what you're doing right now is you're playing the victim role. And I can't empathize with that because there are hundreds of thousands of people on this planet who have a much harder life than you. And you're just crying about the fact that your, day was bad because your cappuccino wasn't the right way and your boyfriend's being mean to you and you're not making enough money, whereas you're making a lot of money. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like insane, inane complaints that have no basis in truth. And I'm thinking to myself, what the hell are you talking about, dude? Or Dudette? Like, why are you complaining about this stuff? What is wrong with you? You have a really good life. And so when they're crying and doing all that drama, which I think of it as drama, I don't know. Obviously, this is a disconnect perhaps with INFJs or perhaps with me. But I'm looking at them and they're doing all that drama and they're crying and sobbing and playing the victim. And all I can think to myself is, you have an awesome life. If you just did this, your life would be even more perfect. So that's all you need to do. In the past, I would give people this advice. But like, you just have to make these couple of changes and you're going to be good to go. You have an awesome life. I've stopped saying that because most people will take that as a sign that I am not empathizing with them and I don't feel sympathy for them and that I'm so cold and unemotional and I don't care about them and I'm so selfish and all those things that people say, right? So I stopped doing that. I don't give advice anymore because I know you're not asking for advice. What these people are asking for, INFJs, if you're listening, what these people are asking for is just empathy. They just want us to sit there and take in all this negativity because what's going to happen is we're going to take in all this negativity because they're going to spew all this negativity at us. They're going to feel better after. We're going to feel crappy after. Do you know what I'm saying? I've stopped doing that basically is because like as soon as people start going into that victim mode, like I don't want to do that because my energy is way too precious to me. I don't want to spend it wasted on this nonsense. So I stop them instantly or walk away. Right? I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, guys. I don't want to hear your crap. Unless you're willing to change something. Unless you want to change your life, I don't want to hear it, right? Most people, they don't want to change their life. They just want to complain about it. They want to cry about it. They want to be depressed. They want to be stressed. They want to be the victim, but they don't want to do anything to change their life, right? So if you are comfortable with that role where you're not helping them at all, except that you're there for them as a bucket of negative energy, you're just kind of being dumped into. If you're fine playing that role, INFJs, then play that role. But don't give them advice because they don't care. Don't tell them that they're being an idiot because they don't want to hear that. It's going to be a waste and you're going to lose a friend perhaps. If you're fine with that, then say it. But do not go into those avenues or those modes because they're not there for that, guys. They're not there for that. Most people are not there for that. If they're asking you for advice, they're not really asking you for advice. Make sense? They want to, especially if they're crying or doing a dramatic scene where they are the victim and everyone hates them and the universe is against them, then at that point, all they're looking for is a person like you sitting there and listening to them and saying, yes, you have a very hard life. Yes, you are such a victim. Yes, everyone hates you. Yes, you are, you have the worst life possible out of all the people on this planet. Yes, you have a very hard life. Do you know what I'm saying? All they want you to do is be the yes person that says, yes, you have such a hard life. That's all they want to hear. Because then they're like, okay, yeah, I have such a hard life. Everyone believes it. Okay, good. Now I can get on with my life. Do you know what I'm saying? I used to do that a lot in the past. Now I don't do that anymore because I don't want to. I don't want to waste my time on that. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. I've spent so much of my time on that, guys. I've spent so much of my time with people in my life who I just sat there and they cried and they wept and they bawled their faces off about the fact that they're a victim. And I sat and listened. But no more. No more, right? So, but that's my choice as an INFJ, and that's obviously your choice. You can be that person who says, yes, you have a hard life, right? And be there for them. But if you want to seem unemotional, or cold, just don't empathize with them. The problem here is that there is a disconnect in the fact that people believe that just because we are not crying along with them or empathizing with them in their victimhood, that we are cold. But that is not the point, guys, because we don't want to cry along with your victimhood because you're not a victim. Neither am I, nor is anyone else on this planet. We have all the power in the world to change our lives. And because we are INFJs and we know that, we don't understand when people just sit around mulling and crying over things that can absolutely be changed. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to do that with you because I know that you can change your life. So why are you crying about it? And if you want to cry about it, because we're very private individuals, we cry too. We have a hard time sometimes and we sit in our room and cry. But we will never go to someone else and cry. It's very hard for us to do that. Perhaps that is, again, one of our faults and one of the walls that we built around ourselves. But we don't go to other people and be like, oh my God, ah. It doesn't make any sense to us because what we do is we'll sit in our cave, in our rooms, wherever we are. We'll cry to ourselves in the fact that we'll do some journaling or we'll talk to ourselves. We'll do our weeping, bawling, all that stuff in the comfort of ourselves and our zone, our room, our comfort zone. And then we'll go out and back into the world when we are perfectly fine. We don't go into the world where we're like weepy and crying and putting all this negative energy upon other people so they can take it on upon for us because we don't need that. We can do that for ourselves. And we assume, as wrongly as we do, that other people do the same thing. They don't, guys. They don't. They need other people in order to help them pull them up. And they can't do that on their own. That's the reason they're coming to you. So that's the role that you're supposed to play, is you're supposed to be that bucket for them. Do you know what I'm saying? I refuse to do that anymore. Doesn't mean that you have to as well, right? As an INFJ, perhaps that is one of our roles on this planet. I'm not doing that anymore or right now in this moment in time because I have so many creative projects that I'm giving my energy away to. I don't have the energy to give to people who are sucking energy from me. Do you know what I'm saying? I'd rather be alone than deal with that. Right? So that is my choice in the moment in time. I still have people who come to me and cry and pull energy from me, but I cut it off. 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 You guys have no idea how hard it is for me to do that. To cut that off when I know that I can be there for them and be their solace is one of the hardest things I have to do. But that is something that I do in order to take care of myself. Otherwise, I would be so drained and so burnt out. So that is a choice that you can make as well. But do not fear. Do not be afraid of being called cold or unemotional. That doesn't mean anything. Most people have no clue what the hell they're talking about anyways. Makes sense? So why should we let ourselves be bothered by something someone says who doesn't really know who they are anyways, right? That's the reason I wanted to do this video, is to let you guys feel like it's all right to be called cold. It's all right to be called unemotional because it's not the truth. It's not the truth, guys. And so it doesn't really matter, right? It doesn't matter because it's not the truth. And you are making your choice as you are going through this world. I hope this makes sense to you guys. I did throw a lot of information at you. I hope it makes sense. I hope you'll message me about it if it doesn't and ask me questions. Again, I'm not an expert. I'm just speaking from my own perspective. So again, if it doesn't make sense and if you think I'm absolutely wrong, please message me. Let me know. I want to hear about it. But don't call me names. I am not interested in that. Yeah. If you guys are interested, you can join my team at patreon.com/boomshaka. If not, I'll see you guys the next time around in the next video. Bye for now.